Hi there. Hey there, folks. Now, if you're like me, A, sorry, but B, sometimes you just get sick of dealing with your own bullshit, your own incompetence. I get so tired of dealing with my absent-mindedness, my clumsiness, my general cluelessness, the fact that I kind of go around in a fog. And no matter how much this has ever annoyed another human being, especially my brother Dave, sorry, Dave, it annoys me more because I have to deal with it 24/7. For example, I went without my phone for 12 hours. I looked all around my bed for it and around this desk for it. Table, but I use it as a desk. And couldn't find it. And I started thinking that it was gone forever. Even though I knew, it had to be here somewhere. Literally, logically impossible for it to not be here anymore. But then I go to the bathroom and there it is. I looked everywhere in this room, but I didn't look in the bathroom, even though the bathroom was a perfectly logical place for it to be. Like most of humanity, when I'm on the toilet, I'm on my phone. If I was a more competent person who is focused on the here and now and what's actually happening, as opposed to being someone who goes around in a fog because he has his head in the clouds, see how I connected the metaphors there? I would have checked the bathroom. But I didn't. Instead, I went 12 hours without my phone because it just didn't occur to me. Because I'm just not that good at reality. And this kind of shit happens all the time with me. And I'm trying to learn to take it with a sense of humor, as opposed to becoming pissed off with myself. I'm trying to learn to simply accept that this is me. That's gonna be life for me, in this incarnation. Not expect, or rather demand, more competence from myself than I'm going to provide. I'm a flaky person. I'm a dreamer. I'm a philosopher, a ponderer. I have all kinds of insight, but when it comes to, actually physically interacting with reality, I got issues, to put it mildly. Between dyspraxia, it's like dyslexia, but for motor skills, and the fact that diabetes has killed the nerves in my fingertips, so my fingertips are numb, and generally speaking, the fact that I am not focused on reality so much as I am focused on the world between my ears. I am just going to keep stumbling and screwing things up on that level, and I just have to keep telling myself that that's not that unusual for a genius like myself. I do have some pretty amazing mental powers to compensate. And honestly, really, when you think about it, if you think about the great thinkers and orators and things like that, or really any great person in history, you don't even know, let alone care, whether they were any good at the little physical things of life. Oh, they were clumsy and they had to be watched at all times so they didn't wander into traffic. Or these things, these details of life, while they are important to my life, they're not important in the grand scheme of things. Who would even care if Louis Pasteur had a messy house, or if already know that there are certain figures from history, from Sir Isaac Newton to good old Albert Einstein, who were absent-minded and clueless and needed reality assistance just to get through life. When I get too hard on myself, I try and remind myself that in the grand scheme of things, the fact that this room is an absolute pigsty doesn't really matter. One day, I will figure out a way to turn my genius into money, be able to pay somebody to take care of all the little physical details of life. Until then, all I can do is just kind of muddle through. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.